Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale is a 2010 Finnish fantasy action horror film written and directed by Jalmari Hielander about people living near Korvachunturi who discover the secret behind Santa Claus. The film is based on the 2003 short film Rare Exports Inc. and its 2005 sequel Rare Exports, The Official Safety Instructions by Jalmari Hielander and Juuso Hielander, both of which involve a company that traps wild Santa Clauses and trains and exports them to locations around the world. Plot: a British research team from Sub-Zero is taking drill core samples on top of Korvachunturi fell in the Finnish province of Lapland. The fell is believed to be the home of Julapukki, a figure in Finnish folklore that helped shape modern-day versions of Santa Claus. It becomes clear to team leader Riley that the entire fell is an ancient burial mound built by the Sami over centuries to conceal and imprison something. Two local boys, Juuso and Pietari, watch the team at work and eavesdrop on the discussions. They run to Juuso's nearby snowmobile quarreling about Santa Claus's existence, as the team begins to excavate the fell using explosives. Pietari returns home to read some books about Santa Claus, which suggest that he was a horned being who whips misbehaving children and boils them in a cauldron. The day before Christmas Eve, Pietari's father Rauno, a local reindeer slaughterer, digs a trap pit in the yard to protect the remaining reindeer in case of wolves. He wakes Pietari up by throwing a snowball at his window and tells him to prepare for rounding up reindeer herds with the other herders at the electric reindeer pen. This year, there were only 2 skinny reindeer runts, so Rauno and the herders go to a glacier by Korvachunturi. When they reach there they find the remains of hundreds of reindeer that were gnawed to the bone. It looks like the explosions that have been going on at the fell for months have driven the wolves in the area mad. Rauno examines the carcasses worriedly. Farther away Pietari too examines the traces and is convinced that it's not the work of wolves, while Juuso warns him not to tell his father that they pried open the fence to Korvachunturi. Rauno's reindeer slaughterhouse has been on the brink of bankruptcy for a long time. The attack of the wolves seems to be the final straw, but Rauno has one more chance. He heads to Korvachunturi to demand retribution from the Sub-Zero company, whose personnel were killed for provoking a mysterious new threat by their rude behavior. On the top of the fell all Rauno and his group find is a pit 400 meters deep and no trace of the Sub-Zero personnel. It looks as if something was lifted from the depths of hell. Having lost all hope, Rauno returns to his farm. On the morning of Christmas Eve the trap has worked, but instead of a wolf, there is a naked old man trapped in it. Even though Pietari was grounded for playing a trick with his father for using reindeer traps in the fireplace, he has been full of fear of the approaching Christmas, like an animal sensing a more powerful beast in its territory. He sneaks out of his father's house to a police truck, with his disappointed father in hot pursuit. They reach a village, where Rauno hears from other villagers that potato sacks, heaters, and Amo's wife's hairdryer have gone missing. Pietari enters Amo's house, and finds that Amo's son Juuso is gone, with a straw effigy in his place. Piiparainen brings a sack, which contains the skinny old man, and leaves his inactive body on a table in Rauno's reindeer slaughterhouse. While he, Rauno, and Imo discuss their plans, Pietari calls his friends on the telephone, and finds that they have all gone missing. Piiparainen teases the old man with a piece of gingerbread, and the old man bites off his ear. Piiparainen comes out and asks the other 2 men to come and see the old man. Pietari asks his father to spank him for his bad deeds, such as prying open the fence to Korvachunturi, as he fears that the children's bad deeds might have caused Santa to take them away. They are interrupted when Piiparainen tells Rauno to come and see the old man again, as the old man is strong enough to bite through a broomstick. When Pietari enters, the old man is attracted to him as he is a naughty child, and the men must defend Pietari from being harmed. They dress the old man in Piiparainen's Santa costume, and message the Americans that they have found Santa Claus. They take the old man in a cage to an airbase, where they meet Riley. Riley warns that the old man in a cage is not Santa Claus, but one of Santa's elves, and that they must not behave rudely. When one of them mutters a curse word, the other elves, who look like naked old men, destroy the electric lights, and kill Riley and his pilot. The men and Pietari run to Hangar 24, where they find a horned being in an enormous block of ice being melted by the missing heaters. Underneath the block of ice are several sacks containing the crying stolen children, including Juuso. They are attacked by the elves, who attempt to break into the hangar. As Rauno, Piiparainen, and Imo disconnect the heaters and use them to block the elves from the doorway, Pietari devises a plan. Piiparainen comes out of the hangar, and distracts the elves by throwing gingerbread at him, so that he can reach the helicopter. The other two men make a net, which Pietari climbs on as it picks up the sacks of children to lure the elves to the reindeer pen. The other two men place explosives all over Santa Claus's ice block, and cut off his horns, before fleeing the hangar in a truck. Pietari climbs down the net of children and an antenna to open the reindeer pen, as the horde of elves runs toward him. Rauno and Imo detonate the explosives, killing Santa Claus and causing the elves to stop at the reindeer pen before they can hurt Pietari. After the children are returned to their homes, Rauno decides to start a new business with the Sub-Zero Company, in which the captured elves are trained to become mall Santas and exported to various locations around the world. The cast: Oni Tomila as Pietari Kontio, Jorma Tomila as Rauno Kontio, Tommy Korpela as Imo, Rauno Yuvanen as Piiparanen, for Christian Ellefson as Riley, Ilmari Jarvanpar as Juuso, Peter Jacobi as Petery's elf, Jonathan Hutchings as Brian Green, Risto Salmi as Sheriff, Jen Syvertson as Main Elf, Sigmund Boe as Main Elf, Olav Pedersen as Main Elf, Nils Emma Selvo as Main Elf. The production. The film was produced by Synopsis, Finland, in co-production with More Film, Norway, Divide Film, Sweden, and Love Streams Agnes B Productions, France, with support from the Finnish Film Foundation, Norwegian Film Institute, Film Camp and Filmpool Norge. Development. In 2003, the Finnish commercials production company Woodpecker Film published the short movie Rare Exports Inc. online. It is available on other YouTube channels as well. Here, the film's writer and director Jalmari Helander established a band of 3 hunters, marker, sniper, and tracker, searching the wilderness of Lapland for the wild Santa Claus. After the positive reception from an online audience, Woodpecker Film produced and published the sequel short movie Rare Exports, The Official Safety Instructions in 2005, again with Helander as writer-director. In 2007, Jalmari Helander introduced producer Petri Jokeranta to his idea of a feature-length Rare Exports film based on his short films that had already acquired a cult reputation on the internet. Jokeranta's company, Synopsis, picked up the rights and Helander started to develop the concept together with Jokeranta. Movie release dates. In 2009, Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale was in production, and in Christmas 2010 it was released simultaneously in Finland, Norway, Sweden, Germany, UK, US and Australia. The film was distributed in US by Oscilloscope Laboratories, an independent film distribution company. Box office. Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale has grossed $4,015,133. Home media. Rare Exports was released on DVD and Blu-ray disc on the 25th of October 2011. The Blu-ray version includes the 2 original short films and a variety of featurettes, such as a making of, a look at the concept art, explanation of the animatics and computer-generated imagery, the notoriously contemptible feature film Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, and other extras. Awards. The film won numerous awards such as the Locarno International Film Festival's Variety Piazza Grande Award and Best Motion Picture, Best Cinematography, and Best Director, as well as a special mention for the Silver Malise for Best European Motion Picture Award at the 43rd Sitges Film Festival in 2010. In 2011, director Jalmari Helander and producer Petri Jokeranta received the Finnish Film State Award for their collaboration. The film and crew earned further awards in 2011, nominated for Best Film for the UC Award. It won for Best Cinematography, Best Music, Best Sound Design, Best Editing, Best Art Direction, and Best Costume Design. The film won the Pegasus Audience Award at the Brussels International Fantastic Film Festival, and was nominated for the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy and Horror Films' Saturn Award in the category of Best International Film.